AI can write your content, it can never write your brand story. And if you don't know the difference, it's why your content sounds exactly like every other real estate agent. Here's what I see actually happening. You open ChatGPT, you type something like, give me 10 viral scripts I can use for my real estate Instagram. And it gives you something, it always does. And the scripts look like 500K versus 1 million. Which would you choose? 3 things realtors won't tell you. Don't buy a house before watching this. And you take these ideas and you post it and nothing happens. And here's why. ChatGPT doesn't know who you are. It doesn't know what you stand for. It doesn't know why you got into real estate, what makes you different from the 1.5 million other licensed agents in this country, or what you've actually built over your career. So it gives you the average of everything it's ever seen about real estate content. And the average of everything is nothing. When your content sounds like everyone else's, you don't have a brand, you just have a posting schedule. I want to tell you about something I see constantly in this work. Agents come to us and the first thing that they say is, social media doesn't work, Michael. Building a brand online doesn't work. I've tried it, I got nothing from it, and when we look at their account, every single time the feed is full of AI generated content, generic scripts, no story, no personality, no specific points of view, just noise. Content that looks like it could have been posted by any agent in any city, in any market in the country. It feels so scripted because it is scripted. It feels inauthentic because it is inauthentic. And it has no story because nobody gave it a story. Nobody sat down and said, this is who I am, this is what I believe, this is why I do this work, and this is who I'm talking to. They just opened up ChatGPT and asked for something viral. And here's the thing that gets me every time. The moment we fix this, the moment the first real video goes up that it actually, tells a story about your brand, the people who already follow you, follow that agent who makes that change, they feel the shift immediately. They can tell. Followers who had gone completely silent start commenting. People who had been watching for months without ever reaching out send a DM, because suddenly the content feels like a real person showing up who actually gives a damn about their brand, instead of a brand account trying to game an algorithm. Social media didn't stop working, it's just that your brand never actually started working on the platform in the first place. Here's what most agents get completely wrong about what brand actually is. You think brand is external, the logo, the colors, the filter on the photos, the aesthetic of the feed. So you outsource it to a designer, a social media manager, or now to AI. And you wonder why none of it ever feels like you. Brand is not external, brand is internal. Your brand is your values, your mission, your purpose, the specific way that you see things in the market that nobody else does, the stories only you have lived, the process only you have built. The reason a client who has worked with you would describe you in a way that sounds nothing like how they would describe any other agent, that is your brand. And none of it lives in ChatGPT, it lives in you. And here's the part that most people miss entirely. Most agents think that they help people buy and sell homes. That's it. That's as deep as it goes. And so their content reflects that. It's surface level, tips about interest rates and market updates and staging advice that every other agent is also posting. But when I get on a brand call with someone and I start asking why, and I keep asking why, something shifts. Why do you help people buy and sell homes? Because I want to help them make smart financial decisions. Well, why does that matter? Because real estate is one of the biggest financial decisions of their life, and most people don't have anyone in their corner who actually understands it. Well, why is that important to you specifically? And this is where it starts to get real. This is where the actual real answers come out. Not the rehearsed ones, not the ones that they put on their website, the real ones. The one connected to something that they live, something that they believe, something that drives them even on the days when the market is slow, they're getting told no, and the deals are hard and the clients are difficult. I keep asking why 5 or 6 times more, and I don't accept the fluff answer. I keep peeling back the layers until we get to the thing underneath. And when we get there, every single time the agent looks at me and says some version of the same thing. I never realized that's what I was actually doing. Because the work you're doing isn't helping people buy and sell homes. You're taking part in someone's transformation, a family moving to a better school district, a couple finally building the wealth they've been chasing, someone starting over after a divorce, finding a home that feels like a fresh start, a parent leaving something behind for their kids. That's the brand. That's the story. That's the thing that makes someone stop scrolling and think, this agent understands what this actually means to me. And AI has no idea any of that exists because you never told it, because you went straight to the output and skipped the work that makes the output matter. Let me show you exactly what I mean with a real example. This is what you get when you ask AI for content before you know your brand. It's generic. It's interchangeable. Could be any agent in any market, anywhere in the country. Nobody is stopping their scroll for this. Nobody is sending a DM because of this. Nobody is booking a call because this made them feel understood. Now, this is what you get when you build the brand first. We've created over 200,000 in additional value on this sale, and it came down to this one decision. It's the same platform, same short form video format, just completely different results. One sounds like a template and one sounds like a person with specific expertise within a specific market that provides a specific result that no other agent in the world could claim. That script didn't start with give me something viral. It started with understanding deeply who that agent is, what they stand for, what their process looks like, and what their ideal client needs to hear from them specifically. The content came from the brand, not from a prompt. That is the difference between content that gets clients and content that just gets posted. Now let me show you how we actually use AI at Ground Zero, because we use it every single day and it's generally one of the most powerful tools we have, just not the way that most people and most agents are using it. Before we ever touch AI, we get on a call with you and we ask 24 specific questions about who you are, what you stand for, who you serve, what your process looks like, what makes you different from every other agent in your local market. That entire call gets transcribed. Then we feed the transcript into an AI with a very specific framework we have built, and we ask it to build a brand playbook. The real problem your brand solves across 3 layers: your brand idea, the emotional outcomes that your brand creates for clients, your messaging pillars, your tone of voice, what your brand should always do and what it should never do. We're not asking AI for ideas. We're asking AI to organize and reflect back what already exists inside of you, to take everything that came out in those 24 questions and build a clear picture of the brand that was always there but never fully articulated. Your brand was always inside you. AI just helps us see it clearly and build a framework around it. Then, only then, does content come from that foundation. That's co-creating with AI. That's using AI as a partner that amplifies your thinking and helps you communicate it at scale, not as a replacement for having something real to say in the first place. What most agents are doing is the opposite. They're skipping the internal work entirely. They're asking AI for answers that AI doesn't have because AI has never listed a home. It doesn't feel the things that you feel. The brand doesn't mean to it what it means to you. It's never sat across from a seller who was terrified of making the wrong call. It's never negotiated a deal that almost fell apart at the last second and held it together. It doesn't know what you know. It hasn't lived what you live, and no matter how good it gets, it never will. AI can write your content. It can never write your brand story. Your story is the thing that makes someone stop scrolling and think, this agent gets it. This is the one. This is the person I want to call. It's the reason a person who has been following you for 6 months with no intention of buying suddenly sends you a DM the day they're ready. Not because you posted a tip about interest rates, because over 6 months of watching your content, they felt like they knew you. They felt like your values matched theirs. They felt like you were the person who actually understood what this decision means to them. That doesn't come from a prompt. That comes from doing the work of figuring out who you are, what you stand for, and why any of it matters to the people you're trying to reach. That's where brand starts. Not in ChatGPT, in you. If you want to know where your brand actually stands right now, what's clear, what's missing, and what's making your content sound like everyone else's, I built a free brand authority assessment. It takes 3 minutes and it'll show you exactly what you're working with. Link is in the description below. And if you're a producing agent who is ready to stop outsourcing your brand to AI and wants a real team to build it the right way, the second link is a free strategy call. Just a real conversation that we can have to understand where you are and where you want to go. There's no pressure. But if you like this content, subscribe more. We drop a video every single week on Friday, and I will see you on the next one.